Hi, and welcome to the Art G 106 Beginning Typography course at San Diego City College. My name is Sean Bacon, and I will be your instructor during the duration of this course, and I'm really here to help and guide you through this content. I am one of the full-time faculty members in the graphic design program at San Diego City College, so I'm also really here to help and guide you through our program. So if you have any questions about schedule or our courses or potentially the kinds of outcomes that come from our program, I'm more than happy to assist you. In this video, I really wanted to walk you through some of the features of Blackboard and how we'll be using Blackboard to get through the information in this course. So here we are on the home page, and you'll see that there's some content. We have this welcome orientation video, which you're watching now. There's the syllabus, which is something that will need to be reviewed. There's information about all of the projects, my expectations, due dates, point structures, all kinds of information. You might want to particularly pay attention to the end of the syllabus where there's a task list that'll show you week to week what's required of you. We have the San Diego City College Graphic Design website. This is the website that talks a little bit about our program. So if you're not familiar with our program, this might be a good place to go. There's also information about our courses and degrees. You can see examples of student work. You can see the schedule of what we'll be offering in future semesters. There's the blog, which has extensive information about the kinds of events and programming that we're doing. And if you're interested, you can always follow us here by entering your email. That can be a good way to stay connected with our program and the things that are happening. We have a faculty page where you can learn more about the faculty who teach within our program, as well as some other information. So this can be a great place to go if you're new to San Diego City College Graphic Design and to learn a little bit more about our program. We're also really active on social media, so you can find our Pinterest. There's some great boards here that will be helpful that you might consider following. We have a handful of boards about typography and layout. You can also see examples of student work. So this is something that you might want to take a look at. We also do have a very active Facebook and Instagram too. This is a plug for our Open Lab. At San Diego City College Graphic Design, we run an Open Lab where you can go and get help on assignments. It's a computer lab that has all of the Adobe software. It's run by Norman Ramos and Eugene Brown, and the hours are listed here. You can go anytime during these hours and work on one of the iMacs. There are occasionally classes running during these times, but you're welcome to quietly go in and work. On Saturdays, you will need to actually call the number listed here to get into the building, so that's why that number is listed. But all of the projects in this course will require access to a computer and require access to the Adobe suite. So we're going to be working in Adobe Illustrator, Adobe InDesign, a little bit of Adobe Photoshop. And if you don't have access to those things on a regular basis, it might be difficult to do well in this course. And Open Lab can help remedy that. If you're able to go consistently to Open Lab, there's a great chance that you'll do fine without having access to these things at home. But again, it's going to be a very important factor in this course as all of the assignments that we do will involve working on the computer. Then down here we have some other information. There's some tutorials if you're new to Blackboard, ways to orient you to how Blackboard works. There's also the help desk. This is really handy if you're having issues with logging into Blackboard or working within the Blackboard structure. It's 24/7. There's a phone number here. You can also live chat. You're welcome to ask me questions about Blackboard, but this is oftentimes the quickest way to get help if you're having technical difficulties with Blackboard. And then some other resources for students about online learning. So if we come up here, you'll see the structure of the course. So all of the different pages live over here on the left-hand side. So we have the announcements. There's nothing there right now, but this is where you'll see announcements that I post. I send out a few announcements a week for you to review to help you stay on track. Those will always contain the task lists again to help you stay on target with what's required of you. These also get emailed out, so it's really important that you make sure that the email that's associated with Blackboard is a place where you can see my communication regularly. I want you to be reading the announcements to really stay with us in the pace of this course because we're going to be moving very quickly. So make sure that whatever email is associated inside of the Blackboard system is one that you check regularly because my announcements will be going there. We have a link to the syllabus, and then we have the learning materials. This is where the majority of the course lives, and it's split up into different sections. So here we have the different lectures. So these are where all the lectures live that you'll watch. So if we click inside of this folder, you'll see the two that you're going to be watching at the beginning of the course. I also use an adaptive release format, so over time, more of these lectures will appear as they're needed. So you'll see more folders appearing here as you go throughout the duration of this course. But if you click inside these, you'll always see a video lecture that you can watch. So this links to the video lecture of me actually delivering the lecture live. And then there's a PDF that you can reference as well, although it doesn't have all of the content. It's really important that you always watch these video lectures. I just have these here for you in case you want to reference them as you're studying for the quiz later on in the course. So those are the lectures. They're all going to look like that. If we go back to learning materials, you'll see that there's also the type exercises. You'll read in the syllabus that throughout this course, we'll be doing a series of type exercises. There's 5 of them. We'll start with the first one, and inside of these folders will always be all of the information you need to complete the type exercise. So here's the assignment sheet where you can read and understand what's required of you for this assignment. There's a software tutorial here, which is me actually doing this assignment live on the computer so you can watch and understand how to complete it in whatever software is required. And then there's usually a folder of previous exercise examples, which will contain a few examples of someone who's done this project before. I don't always promise that it's A+ work, but it generally will help you understand the direction of where you need to go. So all of the type exercises will be built like this. Sometimes there's additional videos or files that are needed. Sometimes there's templates that I require to use, so you'll see those there as well. But if you're working on a type exercise, you'll want to come to these different folders. Then the last section we have are the actual projects. We'll be working on 4 projects in this class. The first one is this expressive words. These are laid out very similarly to the type exercises. So here you'll see the assignment sheet. This one has a template for you to download. There's a software tutorial, and then some previous project examples. So again, I always try to include some examples for you to show you where you need to go on these assignments. So that's the learning materials section. Again, that's where you're going to find most of the information you need in this course. And that's primarily where you're going to be getting a lot of information about how you're going to work on these exercises and projects. Then we have the assessments. This is where you'll go to take quizzes. You need to start with the syllabus quiz. It needs to be taken before the add drop date in order to not be dropped from this course. And later on, there'll be a type quiz that will be there for you as well towards the end of the course. We have the assignment section. This is where you'll go to turn in all of the assignments. These usually don't appear until a few days before the assignments due. But that's where you'll go and actually submit the final files for me for grading. We have the discussion section. This is where you'll go quite often to post your work and critique the work of your peers. So you'll see here we have the class introductions and type exercise 1, which you'll be working on early on in this course. So you'll go into these and create a thread and post your work and then comment on each other's work. Then we have the messages. You're welcome to message me through Blackboard, although the quickest way to get a hold of me is through my Gmail account that's listed in the syllabus. There is a calendar, although it is not extensively updated. It's best to review the task list, and then the grades section where you can review your progress in this course. So I just wanted to help you understand how this course is set up, how to go through and absorb this material, so hopefully it'll ensure your success in this beginning typography course. I'm very excited to have you in this class, and I'm really here to help you however I can. So please orient yourself with Blackboard and let me know if you have any questions at all.